Bubba Wallace here from 2311 Racing. Funny thing about being fast, you end up waiting a lot. First to show up, first in line, then just waiting. Me, I rev up Chumba Casino. With over 200 social casino games, no slow lanes here. Why sit around when you can spin? I'm already racing. Your turn. Play for free at ChumbaCasino.com. Let's Chumba.
Sponsored by Chumba Casino. No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
The views and opinions expressed in this podcast by the host and or the guest do not necessarily reflect the views of the host and or Paranormal Buzz Radio and or its sponsors. Use of any material produced by Paranormal Buzz Radio without express written consent is prohibited. Paranormal Buzz Radio will not be held responsible for you holding your knees, crying, and rocking in a corner in a puddle of your own urine, or being beheaded by a group of children in a cornfield. In fact, if you come across a group of children in a cornfield, we promise to make fun of you as you run away screaming in terror. Listener discretion is advised. Caution. You are now entering the all-consuming realm of Shea's Paranormal Chat, where the things that are better left unsaid are actually said.
Shut up and sit down.
You're listening to Shea's Paranormal Chat. Paranormal podcasting done Shea's way. Tons of fun.
Dude, seriously?
A bit sarcastic.
Hashtag investigator, not hunter.
But always real.
Hashtag data, not evidence.
Don't get your panties in a twist.
Oh my god, really?
This is real, raw conversation. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show.
Hello everybody. We had some feedback. Sorry about that. TGIF as always. And of course, this is your host, Shea. And we have my other host here, Miss Beautiful, Majestical, Kelly McCarville, who is back from where in the hell is Kelly McCarville? How you doing, Kel? Right? I'd be more pleasant.
Shea's starting the show without me, and it's just sad. It's a sad face thing.
They're going to say in a second they couldn't hear
anything I just said.
Seconds. Yeah, but now they can. Now they can, so keep going.
Okay.
So I'm so excited tonight. I am really excited. Not only is she the newest member of the Paranormal Buzz family, but she's an awesome human being. We have Miss Kay. Hey, Kay, how you doing?
Hi, guys. I'm doing great.
Yeah?
How are you guys doing?
I'm doing good. I wish the listeners could see this fancy background. You have
right?
The whole banner. You have the Paranormal Buzz logo, your logo. You have, everything going on in the background. And it's just us.
Well, I like to keep everything pretty professional, and actually I wanted to show you this because it's going to be at the Statler Fair this Sunday with me.
Right.
So,
and I heard you're going to be dressed up. What are you going to be dressed up as?
Well, the ending of my show is inspired from Vampira and Elvira. So they used to end their show with a closing line like Bad Dreams. So my closing line is going to be Dreadful Dreams. And so I thought it'd be very fitting if I did kind of a mashup of Elvira and Vampira for the fair.
Okay. And you're gonna send me lots of pics, right?
Yes.
Yes, of course. need pics. So.
Yeah,
Yes.
and the Statler's a phenomenal place too. So
Where is
it is
that?
beautiful.
For
The Statler Hotel.
Yeah.
It's in Buffalo, New York.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
See, that's why I'm so excited. We have another East Coast person. You know, there's only 3-4 of us on the network. So, you know, I'm excited.
Not me. I'm just a little hick Iowan. No, excuse me. I was talking to Dan. He says I'm a fancy hick. I'm like, thanks, I think.
Yeah, I'm kind of like fancy white trash, so I get it. And Mama Pat, I am Catholic, so thank you.
Oh, that guilt. Explains so much. So much.
Yes, it does. So, I want to give some shout outs to the first people in chat here. Because I'm going to get so sidetracked. I'm sorry, people. It's been a long week, so if I get sidetracked, please forgive me in advance. Of course, we have the infamous, lovable Mama Pat in chat.
Mama!
We have...
Do we need to fill Kaycee in on who Mama Pat is?
Mama Pat is Kelly's mother.
Oh, nice to meet you.
And Mama Deb is probably listening in the background. She listens for as long as she can. She babysits Friday nights. She's usually, but she's usually listening in the background. So,
and they've become everybody's mother, so it's all good.
They have. Even Maddie's like, "Hi, Mama Deb."
Yep.
I'm like, oh, jeez. We have Darren. I know I saw Matt in there, too. Hello, Matt.
Yep.
Yes, I know, Matt. I'm sorry. We have Miss Kim Purvis. Of course, we have Kelly.
Josh, I haven't seen you say a word. Don't say we're ignoring you, you turd boy.
Yeah, I haven't seen anything from Josh.
I'm looking back to make sure if he said anything. He's pulling our chain here, I think.
No, he...
But hi, he just did.
Hello, Josh.
We love you, Josh.
Hello, Mrs. Smith. Thank you for joining us. So, okay. So why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself? How did you get interested in the paranormal, if that's how we can put it for you? How and when?
So, growing up, I've always had mediumship abilities, and so that's really what kind of got me into the paranormal. And then growing up, I had so many more questions, and actually, my first ability was to communicate with animals, and I took that quite literally. So I was like, well, this means I'm supposed to work with animals, and I set off on a whole life mission to just work with just animals. I worked at the Humane Society, a veterinary clinic. I became a certified dog trainer and had my own dog training business. But nothing really made me quite happy, and I kept getting heartbreak after heartbreak because there were so many that I wanted to work with and help that I couldn't, because things were just out of my hands. And so finally I took a step back and I reconnected more with the spiritual side of things, and then just dove headfirst right into everything. And after, I think it was about March of last year, actually, that I officially stopped doing anything with animals and just solely paranormal. And then, September 28th, I had this incredible idea for this show, and I got a hold of you guys, and now I'm on your show talking about the show.
This is, I love my host. Kelly's one of my best friends, so.
At Arizona State University, we've made online education better, smarter, and more personalized, so you can go further in your aspiring field.
I decided to pursue medicine once I realized that ASU did have the online program for biological sciences. You're still required to learn the same curriculum. You're still being tested on the same content that anyone would be tested on in person. The comprehensiveness of the program prepared me so well for medical school.
Explore over 350 plus programs at asuonline.asu.edu.
She has her own show. This is one of the most well thought out shows I've ever seen. I mean, detail for detail, like, you really put a lot of love and thought into this. You really did.
Unlike us who just flies by the seat of our pants and have no clue what we're doing most of the time.
Yeah. Yep.
Well, that can be a fun way of doing things, though. So it's definitely, don't overthink that too much.
Oh, no, the Virgo in me is loving you. Absolutely loving this organization. And yeah.
Yeah, well, so far I have 3 seasons written up with questions for each, and I'm already getting a lot of guests filled into each one too. So the idea is to have a panel of guests on, and then that way it's
up
kind
to
of
5, right? Up to 5.
Yep, and that way it's primarily women, and it's kind of idolized after The View.
Yes. Now, let's just say that's all well thought out, and I'm gonna pretend I'm not a co-owner here, and I'm gonna talk as a radio host. You really put a lot of thought into it, but she will see once she gets recording. She's only recorded 1 episode so far. That things can just go haywire.
It just goes off track.
Yeah.
But that's what makes it good. It's all good.
That's what makes it fun. But you have it written in front of you in case things go, like, you need to write. Yeah, I've been there. So, I can't wait.
Yeah,
we're shooting for December, right?
Yes, December.
Yes.
So far I've got 2 teaser episodes. They're going to be shorter, and season 1 or episode 1, is all recorded, and I'm actually editing all 3 of those right now.
And we're going to get the 2 teasers out sooner than December. So.
Yes.
The co-owner, my partner's in the chat being a smartass, but that's why I like him. That's why, we get along so well.
His comment on cats don't think, they meditate on world domination. Mm-hmm. Yes. Yes.
Yeah. So, yeah, he's saying true story. My show's live, so it's very interactive, so you'll see us pausing and asking questions. If anybody has questions, they'll throw them in chat, and then we'll get them to you. But I already have one through a PM that they want to know if you're a paranormal investigator also.
Yes, I am. I'm actually on 2 teams. So I have my own team, Supernatural Psychic Investigators. We're very young in the making, but we've been to quite a few locations, mostly around Western New York. But we did also go down to Penhurst Asylum. And then I recently joined Buffalo Niagara Paranormal. And I've gone to a couple of different places with them. I mostly investigate the Hinsdale house. That's almost become a second home for me.
Yeah. And that's not a bad choice, let me tell you.
No, I love it there. And it's such a beautiful location. It's kind of sometimes hard to remember what actually happened there.
Yeah, right? I have that issue too. You want to be sensitive, but Darren's already asking questions. I think I missed his first question. But I want to know, what is your craziest experience at the Hinsdale house?
Well, actually, so if it's scary that you're more interested in, I've got an EVP. It's actually on the Supernatural Psychic Investigators Facebook page, but it's an EVP, and it sounds like I hate them all. But my favorite one was when I was sitting upstairs in that main bedroom, and I saw a cat go up the stairs, and I was upstairs with 2 or 3 other people, and I said, "Did you guys see the cat?" And it looked like it went into Laura's room. So I went up the stair, or I went into her room to check to see if there was a cat, because that kind of makes sense. You're out in the country, a cat could come in. I didn't really think anything of it. I just really like animals again, so I was like, let's go check out the cat. No cat. And I'm like, I know I saw one. And everybody's like, no, there's no cats. There's no cat spirits. They're just, they denied everything that I was saying, just kind of wrote it all off. Well, I went back, sat down. I was like, all right, I'm over it. And when we turned on the lights to go back downstairs, there were in the middle of the doorway was a cat toy.
Wow.
And yeah, if we coming up through that room, we would have definitely like kicked it or something, you know, but just right in the middle, it was like one of those little fuzzy mice that you buy, like 10 to a pack.
Yeah, the little toys. I've actually heard stories of cat shadow play and stuff like that from the Hinsdale house. Don't ask me who, because I can't spit their names out, but I have heard of it.
Yeah, I think that was I think my favorite experience. It's not the scariest or anything, but
yeah,
it was still pretty cool.
Yeah.
Sometimes the best ones are not scary, though, and that's perfectly fine.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I agree.
It helps people know that, you know, a lot of what we encounter isn't scary. It's interesting.
Very.
Yes. Yeah, and actually that's one of the words that I use when I like post any like quote unquote evidence. I'll say this is an interesting photo. This is an interesting audio piece, you know, like, and that way it also allows for people that are looking at it or listening to it to interpret it for themselves. So, and also that way if I go back through and I'm like, oh, that was because so-and-so coughed or so-and-so moved their feet real quick and it sounded like somebody whispering help or something. It kind of allows for more evidence review.
Yeah. Darren wants to know, what's your favorite question? I mean, what's your favorite device? Sorry.
My favorite device. Haven't really thought about that, actually.
Right. A couple? You want to throw out a couple?
Okay. Well, I do really like the recorder. It's one of my main go-tos. I actually take 2 to each investigation. And it's usually one next to me and then one I place somewhere else. It does get kind of mundane after, because, you know, it'll be going for the length of the investigation, so it could be an hour to 4 hours worth of audio I then have to go through. But luckily, things like Audacity help with that, because then you can see all the little waves. And I think I really like using the pendulum when I go to places.
Oh, nice. Nice.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's easy to throw out things like the K2 meter or the spirit box and different things like that. The SLS is interesting, but I'm not hooked on it.
Yeah, I'm on the fence. There's some things that I've seen that are really, that was good. But then there's other that is like, it just makes sense that it's picking something up because it's meant to, you know? Yeah. But so you said that you're a medium and that you have abilities. So how did you kind of figure out that you had abilities? When did they start for you? How'd you build them? I'm always curious how other people do it.
Well, so when I was younger, I didn't really think it was any different from how anybody else was. And my abilities actually, from what I gather, actually like developed them quite quickly compared to others. I remember seeing my grandfather,
Riley Herbst from 2311 Racing here, and you know what grinds my gears? Waiting for coffee. But instead of counting frappes and lattes, I fire up Chumba Casino. No apps, no fuss, just fun social casino games to pass the time. By the time my coffee's ready,
Order for Riley.
I've already taken a few victory laps. Next time you're stuck waiting, make it entertaining. Play for free at ChumbaCasino.com. Let's Chumba.
Sponsored by Chumba Casino. No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
Johnson, and I know that I saw him. I know I sat with him. I know he told me stories, but he passed away years before I was born. And like, I can describe everything about this man. And so it's just different things like that. Like, it was so normal, you know, that I'm not really
I understand
sure.
this.
Kelly is also a psychic medium, so she will get it.
Yeah. Yep.
Awesome.
I say that all the time, that I didn't realize I was doing anything different than other people. I just assumed everybody knew things the way that I knew things. So, yeah.
One of my, I think, strongest gifts right now is Spirit just kind of tells me things, and it's like learning. Like and it's something that they've always done. So if I would scrape my knee playing, I would, get immediate information on how to handle it. And one of the things was like using dandelions for it, just rub a dandelion on it. It stings for a moment, but then the pain goes away and you can run and play again. And it's just weird little things like that they tell me, and I know, and if I listen to them, good results happen. That can sound like really crazy. I understand that, but it's just how it's like claircognizance, I think is what the word is.
Mm-hmm.
The gift of knowing. And so that's really my biggest one. But I have been able to see spirit. I have been able to hear spirit. On occasion, smell spirit. Which can be kind of weird. At my old family house, we would always get the smell of like cigar or like pancakes in the morning, and I would wake up, rush downstairs thinking there was going to be breakfast, and nothing.
You were shit out of luck.
Well, that's just rude.
Yes.
So, yeah, it became really intense though when I was about 11 years old, and I don't remember what store it was. It was like Kmart or KB Toys or something, and I had a full-on panic attack in the middle of the store because I had so many spirits like coming up to me and talking to me, because it's almost like when they know that you become like this beacon, and they all want to get their information out to you. So I ended up having a full-blown panic attack right there in the middle of the store, and that's when I learned about grounding.
Yeah.
I need to learn that for my panic attacks, man, let me tell you.
Yeah. It's definitely a good thing to do. And some of the things that I do for grounding, I like to put my feet in the soil, for me, because I couldn't a lot with the earth. But if you can't do that, say you can't go out to your backyard like I can, you can take like a potted plant, put your hands in the potted plant. It's still soil.
Still grounding.
Yep. And then it's just basically imagining all the negativity, all that energy going into the ground and being filtered out of you. You don't have to worry about it like affecting any, plant or anything. So don't worry about it like killing off your hydrangea bush or your orchids. So
I don't know. Some people's feet could kill off bushes. I'm pretty sure. Just saying.
My dog could just be in the same room. We have another New York native in the chat, and another Paranormal Buzz host, Peggy Gypsy. Thank you for joining us in the chat. Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt, but I just want to throw that out there. She joined us. Another New York girl.
Hi, Peggy. I know Peggy.
Yes, love Peggy. And Darren. All right, I'm gonna screw up how I pronounce this word. I think Josh heard last week. I think he taught me how to say it correctly, but maybe not.
Oh, I know what you're... Yeah. Do you want me to...
Darren wants to know, what are your views on the Estes method? I always said estate method, but Estes method.
It's Estes method.
See?
Estes method.
See, but I'm not going to learn until I say it. Estes. There we go.
Estes.
Now that we screwed it up so many times, do you have an idea of what we're talking about?
I don't. It's actually a new term to me. I'm still actually learning quite a lot of the terms.
No, that's good. Estes, is that right, Kelly? Estes
yeah.
method is you have certain types of headphones. When you know how you do an EVP session, or a live burst session, or
is this one with the? Is headphones. This the one with the? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's basically sensory deprivation. So you take away your hearing, you take away your sight, and you have like a spirit box, or you have like spiritist or necrophonic or something playing. So one person, that's all they're getting. That's all they have to go off of is the information they're getting off of whatever device it is that they're using. And then the people that they're with can be asking the questions, but the person answering can't hear it because their senses are all deprived.
Yes.
Yeah. So I have heard of this, actually. BNP actually does this. I guess I never paid
Put
too
a
much
name
attention.
to it.
Yeah.
Yep.
But no, I do like that. I think it makes it a little bit more honest, because the brain can pull out so many different words, and it's going to try to connect them all to make a story. So you might hear please real quick, and then you might hear something that sounds like help, and then you might hear something that sounds like dead. And I mean, just think about all these words that can actually sound just like those words.
Especially if you know the question ahead of time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So your brain's going to weave all these things together, kind of like pareidolia. When you're
exactly, it's audio pareidolia.
Yep.
And so I think doing it that way, it makes it more honest. You know that's actually a word that is being answered directly to you. Right. One of the things when you're doing anything with audio, anything with like the spirit boxes, is try to get an intelligent response, and you're looking for them to be close to the time that you ask the question. Not 20 minutes down, you finally hear, you ask the question, what's your favorite color? You're not looking for 20 minutes down the line for them to say blue. It's got to be close to that time.
Somewhat close, yeah.
Yeah.
I agree. I'm assuming that since you're somewhat psychic, somewhat medium, I'm not really sure how you label yourself, but I'm assuming psychic, medium, shaman, you're all for the investigation? Their parts in the investigation?
Yeah, so I don't really do much with like shamanism. I have been told by a lot of people that I would make a really good one, so it is something I'm eventually going to pursue, because that gets back to my native roots. So I mean, that's really valuable information for me. But I do, except for the Hinsdale house, I will not force a connection or try to connect with any spirits, but especially at the Hinsdale house.
You can't. I don't think you should force anything in the paranormal, but yeah.
I don't know that you have to at the Hinsdale house. I mean, good Lord. I was having more trouble getting them to stop talking. I'm like, guys, I just need 2 minutes. 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, because I know when like we do the tours and stuff, like a lot of people are looking for, the most of the attention ends up on the medium, whoever's going to be there. That's the medium that is part of the tour, because they want to know that, so people are almost looking for you to make that connection, and just some things you don't want to connect with. And so it's one of the big things that I try to tell people is like, I will acknowledge when something happens. Like if I see somebody walk from point A to point B, I'll say they did this, but I'm not going to call them over to me. I don't do anything like that.
It is Ryan Seacrest here. There was a recent social media trend which consisted of flying on a plane with no music, no movies, no entertainment. But a better trend would be going to ChumbaCasino.com. It's like having a mini social casino in your pocket. Chumba Casino has over 100 online casino-style games, all absolutely free. It's the most fun you can have online and on a plane. So grab your free welcome bonus now at ChumbaCasino.com. Sponsored by Chumba Casino.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
So.
If they come to you, they come to you.
Yeah, they come to me. That's exactly it. So, and that's the way I am with most of the places. But some places, like in a resident house or something, a place that I actually feel comfortable and actually know, because most of the resident places, just to clarify, are friends and family. I haven't actually done like public resident houses. Just to clarify.
Nothing wrong with that. Yeah.
So I will, push the envelope a little bit, open myself up a little bit more to them, because I do know them. I'm not like invoking or provoking or by any means. It's just. How
do you feel about provocation?
I do not like it. I think, you're going into that person's house, and then number one, you're already telling them what to do, by asking them questions and stuff, and you're poking your instruments and stuff in places that they shouldn't be. And I mean, even when I was a dog trainer, like I would make sure the dog got to know me first before I just went in and started telling them how to do things, because it's their house. So that it's something I will never do, is provoke. So, and if anybody ever sees it, I'm not in the right frame of mind. So.
Again, that old saying, shit happens, but yeah, it's not your purpose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, all right, one more question here. You ready for this one?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Kelly, jump in anytime. Sorry, I got used to it.
No, you're fine. If you come across the full body apparition, who would you want it to be, and what would you say?
These are really good questions.
Welcome to Darren.
Welcome to D-Bus Land.
A full-bodied apparition, and who would I want it to be?
And what would you want it
And
to
what would you say?
Yeah.
It's a tough question.
It is.
We've had other people say, like, JFK, aunts, uncles, mothers. Usually it's a famous star, but...
It's so hard, though, because...
My answer is nobody, because I don't wish for anybody to be stuck. If they come to me, they come to me, but I don't wish for anybody to be stuck. So it's like a wide variety of...
I think for me, it would be either... so I'm a descendant of Chief Corn Planter, and that means I'm also related to Handsome Lake, who was the prophet for the Senecas. And that's actually, like, through genealogy, that's how I believe that my gifts were actually passed down, was through him. So I guess maybe one of them is who I would like to talk to. And actually, Chief Corn Planter has a cave that he used to go unwind and relax and meditate at over towards Jake's Rocks area in PA.
Yeah.
And I've often thought about if I could just find that one place, I could connect back to him, So probably one of them too.
What tribe are you from?
I'm Seneca Iroquois.
Sure. My son was Wampanoag. Is that how you say it?
I think so.
Yeah. So I have a little bit of very little knowledge. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah. Well, unfortunately, I grew up in Jamestown, so I missed out on a lot of certain things. But my mom, she did, I think, pretty good trying to, fill in the gaps and keep that tradition going. So, I do know all that she could teach me when it comes to things like longhouse and certain Seneca words too. And I just found an awesome app that's going to teach me more. So that's going to be even better, which will help for certain investigations too.
It will. I believe that. My son's great-grandparents were both full Wampanoag. Actually, his grandfather was full. Let's start there. So, yeah, I know, like I said, I know a tiny bit, not much. But yeah, it will help. I think so.
So, to talk about the show a little bit, can you tell us kind of some of your thoughts on what type of shows you're going to do, what topics you might cover?
So, it's sticking, I think, more towards the topic of primarily like women issues within the metaphysical and paranormal world. I'm trying to give them more of a voice and a platform for speaking that, because it's mostly men within this field, and the women, their roles are typically like the researcher and, the interviewer, but then the man gets up and he talks, and he's the one that pretty much takes all of that glory, if you will. And so this is just kind of giving women more of a brighter light for it. But some of the topics I'm gonna cover everything and anything that I can. So, I've got one about voodoo. I've got one about paganism, and actually it's going to be the differences between paganism, Wiccan, and witchcraft, because all three of them are different, and you can be one without the other, pretty much. So it's going to kind of go into all that. A lot of really cool details. There's going to be about paranormal investigations, and that's going to get into like the ethics and all that of it. Yeah, there's going to be quite a collection.
It's going to be quite a variety, and they're very detailed shows. And each, sorry, I didn't mean to jump on you there. Each show, the guests are picked for the topic itself. It's not just like anybody. It's picked just for this topic.
Awesome.
So.
Yeah, my goal with it is to, again, be that platform for women to get their word in about all these different topics, but to also get out the correct information, because there's so many different places now for information, but it's really hard to see which ones are right. And,
right?
With spiritualism, sure, there's no real wrong way, but there is a lot of incorrect information. And unfortunately, if you don't know what you're doing, you're going to get into trouble, just like with any other profession.
Yeah.
Well, and I think it's going to be a great opportunity to let women say, hey, yeah, maybe there is this perception that women can be held back, but look at what we can do if we don't allow ourselves to be held down.
This is me.
Yeah.
Yep.
This is me. I never apologize, and I'm pretty proud of who I am. So, but yeah, so I just think that's great. Kind of a hear me roar opportunity.
Yeah, and it should showcase a lot of women throughout all of these different topics too, which hopefully will show, that we are in the whole field. It's not just certain areas, it's not just the, making spells or,
in the background.
Doing
Yeah. Now, it's not just women. There's a pretty big name on episode 1 that was just recorded. I don't know how.
Step into the world of power, loyalty, and luck.
I'm gonna make him an offer he can't refuse.
With family, cannolis, and spins mean everything.
Now, you wanna get mixed up in the family business.
Introducing The Godfather at ChumbaCasino.com. Test your luck in the shadowy world of The Godfather slot.
Someday, I will call upon you to do a service for me.
Play The Godfather now at ChumbaCasino.com.
Welcome to the family.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
Much we can say, but it's a very recognizable name.
Yeah, so I mean, there are going to be men on the show, most definitely, because it's not. I'm not trying to silence men in any way. I value their information and their knowledge just the same, but for the most part, it's going to have more women. It's more women oriented, I should say. But yes, I don't know. I don't know if I should say his name now or not.
Yeah, I didn't want to be the one to say it, but if you want to say it, go ahead.
Okay. Well, since we've already done the first recording, we are having Alani Milligan, Tim Shaw, and Billy Lynn Muth as our first guest. So that it was a fantastic show, and I cannot wait for you guys to hear it.
And I get to tease everybody because although the episode's not going to come out till, like I said, December, we're hoping. Could be a little earlier. It's not going to be later than December, but I get to hear it hopefully this week. So, haha.
Yeah, it's going to be great. And actually, as we were saying our goodbyes, we ended up getting, we were talking more during it that we actually ended up with a short little podcast at the end. So that's actually one of the teasers is going to be.
Yeah. Those will be released as soon as they're ready. We don't have to wait till December, just for anybody that's listening.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to keep up with Chapadam. Rebecca and Fred both said that sounds so interesting. Darren says interesting. Tim Shaw. Darren also says Tim Shaw, very cool. I learn about the others. Yeah, they're pretty good. So. So, let me see. I'm going to go back. Kelly, any more questions while I...
I was trying to see. I don't know that we've missed really any.
I'm trying to keep up, but...
I know, I was trying to keep up too. I don't know that we've missed any. So, when you interact with a spirit on a location, I mean, what kind of what's your goal when you go on a paranormal investigation and use your abilities?
So it depends on my initial reason for being there. So if it's just like just my team and I, like, which is, when I say my team and I, supernatural psych investigators is primarily me, my husband, and my sister. That's primarily who it is. And my sister is also currently developing her abilities too. She's very empathic. So what I started doing this out for was actually, they become kind of a safe location because I already know what's there. I know what to expect. So it's a safe location to practice my mediumship abilities, and it's a safe location for her to do so too. Because, sure, spirits everywhere, but to open yourself up everywhere, that's going to be draining, number one. Number two, you don't know what you're going to come into contact with. So having a location where things are already documented, you already know what's there, it makes it that much more safe. And so if I'm there to actually get information, then that's what I actually, I set out to do. I'll ask certain questions that will help kind of prove the existence or the theories of certain spirits that are on location. And then, if the owner wants help to, move them on or anything like that.
So it depends on what your role is. Why you're brought to the location, if it's an investigator. Yeah. I get it. Yeah.
Now, I don't, like, if a spirit is not ready to move on, like I said, I don't do the shaman part of things, but I will recommend somebody. Yeah. But I can ask the spirit if they're ready to go on. And if they are, then, I can kind of help them through that process. But again, like that, and this sort of thing is probably why a lot of people have told me that I would make a natural shaman, because it's just something that's kind of come naturally.
Do you ever find yourself having to talk to the fleshy people who are there, though, and explain to them that this spirit belongs here as much as they do, and it would be best if you guys could, like, learn how to coexist?
I have.
Cohabitat.
There
we go. That's the word. Thank you.
I have. And a lot of the times, these locations that I've been to, they don't mind that the spirits are there.
Yeah.
And I mean, like, at my house, some people probably think it's stupid, but I collect some, like, haunted objects. Sometimes they get a little out of hand. And if they do, like, that's where I call and help. But right now I've got 4 18th century composite dolls. And they all have their own names. I've done quite a few sessions actually with them. And the most active one is Veronica. And she's the one that, if you
it's
look at
always a Veronica. That name, it just, like, comes with bitch should be the middle name. I'm telling you. Sorry, any Veronica listening. If you're not a bitch, then I'm very sorry. But let me tell you, most of the ones I've met, they can be, if they need to be, they can be nasty. There we go. There's a Shea personality. It's been a few weeks.
So, but yeah, and actually I just recently did a few Reiki sessions for it's one of the old Jolly Chimps. They're the ones that cling the cymbals.
Oh, yeah, that.
Yep. And
they can't see me, but you can, right? Like that.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh! I thought she said claim. I thought she said claim the symbols, and I'm like you claim like a symbol somebody drew, like the Phantom of the Opera monkey.
Yep. Yeah, those spooky monkeys. Once they start dying,
I'm with
like the battery operated, like.
Yeah. I thank you, Shea, for the visual because I was lost. Like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Kaycee, I'm gonna go back on my show, and this is me on my best behavior. I'm like so mellow right now.
My God.
Sorry, Kay. Go on.
But yeah, so in this one, he's got like a very quiet, happy energy to him. You know, like he's very peaceful. And, you know, it doesn't mean that there is like a full-on spirit attachment to it. It just means that's the energy that's around it.
Thank you for saying that.
But the dolls, there's definitely, you know, I actually have repurposed a 20-gallon fish tank that I put them in, and I had to do a ring of salt around them and everything because the activity in my house, they would move things. I know that the doll's name is Veronica, but the thing that's attached to him is a little boy, and he's very much a little boy. And he likes to play jokes, and he will move things around the house just to be funny. He's never done anything. Yeah, he's never done anything to be like hurtful or anything. You know, he's just that typical like little boy. Like he's like 8 or 9 years old. Like
that's gonna be me when I die. I think I'm hysterical when I'm alive, so I'm gonna be that 8-year-old boy. No, she's laughing because she knows it's true. That's going to be me. I'm going to be the one playing tricks on you guys when I pass out.
So Darren had a question. What are your views on pregnant women going on investigations, and when should they stop?
Can I answer first?
I figured we all have opinions on this.
Yeah, I'm going to answer first to make it easy for everybody. It's none of my fucking business. Like... they know what's best for them. I'm staying out of it. So, there you go. That's my opinion.
I think it's absolutely different for every single person.
That's why.
I mean, I would not have had any problems going investigating when I was pregnant. I think I did.
And you know what locations to go to, which ones not to? Oh, of course. We always open ourselves up. Anyways.
My bigger fear was physical.
Yeah.
You know, how many steps are there? Am I going to trip over something and fall on my big fat belly? Anyways, Kaycee, what's your thought?
So I think one of the most important things to remember is that the womb is actually a sacred space. And that's not like something that I think spirit can even try to manipulate, really. Now, you know, like what you were saying with the physical parts of things, sure, you know, that's something to definitely keep in mind, but it's really all comes down to your intent. So if you come with the intent that something can do harm to you or will do harm to you.
Thank you. That's my favorite word in the paranormal, intent.
That is, yes, and that's true regardless of whether you're pregnant or not pregnant, or, I mean, it's, if you go in believing that you're going to be harmed, well, then guess what? You're probably going to get harmed by something. But if you walk in believing that you're safe, you're probably safe. And, you know, that's part of the reason that I think, I sometimes wonder, will I ever encounter a demon? Because I don't believe they're out there, really, if you want to get right down to it. So, I don't know.
Do you want to know how Kelly and I became friends? We were joint guests on a show, and she was talking about crystals and beliefs and stuff like that, and I was like, you know what? I believe it's intent, and if I believe my fucking pillow next to me is going to protect me as much as your crystal, then I'm safe too. And we became instant friends because she was like, yeah, you're right.
Did I tell you my example? Oh my gosh. Okay, and it kind of has to go with one of the other questions that Darren was asking, because he was asking, is it holy water or is it just water?
Oh yeah, I got that written down, yeah.
Yeah, so he had asked that question at the last Psychic and Paranormal Expo that we were hosting. And we had a panel of people up there who answered it, and it cracked me up, my answer after the fact, because I just make shit up on the spot. But I don't make up stuff, but I make up examples. But I was saying, if you believe that it's going to work, if your intentions are that this will help you, then guess what? It's going to help you. If you believe a cross protects you, then the cross protects you. If you believe throwing that holy water is going to exorcise that demon, then it's going to. However, if I believe throwing this bagel at you is going to exorcise that demon, then it's going to.
That's like what Kay said. Back to the intent.
Yeah.
That's what you're putting out there. If you don't believe that that priest blessed that water, or deacon, James and Nito can bless water, we all know that. Whatever your religion is, if you don't believe it's holy water, it's not going to protect you.
Well, I mean, okay, so getting back to when I was a dog trainer, what I always used to tell people, so if you walk into a house and it has a fearful dog, and you think automatically, oh my God, this dog is going to bite me, and you put that intention out there, that dog is literally going to think, wait a minute, who's going to get bit? I'm going to bite you first because it ain't going to be me. And then bam, you get bit. And it's like, that's what happens. And people don't understand it's that you put out this vibe, like, you know, it's going to happen. And I mean, certain animals, when they, you know, this is getting a little biological, but certain animals, when they do have all that stress and all that fear, they do emit a pheromone. So what's to say that people aren't? And that's what dogs and animals.
20 women do. Same thing. That's what men are attracted to. It's just, I'm not saying it so nicely, but it is a scientific fact that men can smell certain pheromones.
Yes.
Right?
I'm going to stop talking.
Okay. She was
I missed you, Shea. I love you, Shea.
You know, yeah.
Oh, I've missed you.
Yeah, the past couple guests have got to boring me because now I just I don't care.
So to get back to your question, though, I don't believe that, you know, pregnant women really have anything to really worry about too much with it.
It's sacred.
Yeah, and actually, it's native culture that women are sacred because they are the bringers of life, and that's why with the Senecas and stuff, it's you know, we have a chief, yes, but we have the clan mothers, and that's really who runs the show. You know.
Yeah, exactly. All right, we have 2 more questions here. And our hour's about up. I know I've interrupted a lot. I'm sorry. But I actually needed this. This was fun and easy. So, I'm not. Rebecca says, "What is your favorite type of investigation?" I don't know if she means residential.
She followed that up. She says, I mean like a home investigation, a public investigation, a cemetery, etc. She just posted it.
All right. So residential, commercial.
I like. So I like to go to.
House would be commercial.
Yeah. So I guess I like to go to the commercial places, but not on like a public tour.
Yeah.
You know, I like to go to these places with just, you know, my team and I, and be able to experience it that way. Because when you have like 14 plus people packed into a small location, it's hard to get that audio. It's hard because everything's going to be contaminated. So it's really hard to experience it all. Plus, if you do have anything like empathic abilities, it's really hard to try to open up with that many people there because you're going to pick up on everybody else's stuff. Same thing with being a spiritual medium. You're going to pick up on everybody else's lost, you know, their loved ones that have passed on. So it's really hard to connect to the location.
I agree. I mean, as much as I can, you know. All right, we have one. Kelly, did you have a comment? Sorry.
I don't think so. Did I?
I thought you were probably. I thought.
Oh no! I think I was laughing at Mama Pat's comment.
Yes, I think so too.
We need to cross a few state lines again soon.
Yeah, very soon, please. Yeah. Welcome to Shea's Paranormal Chat, Kay. You had no idea what you were in for.
It's been great. I like this.
Good. Thank you. All right, good. One more question. This is my new favorite. Kelly, did you read the one haunted object one?
The one haunted object. I will find it. One haunted object.
Darren.
Darren. What is the one object in the world that you would never want to be haunted?
We're keeping track. We're keeping count of the similar answers. That's why.
What is the number one object that I would want?
Yeah.
That you would never want haunted.
And
yes, the show's explicit, so.
I hadn't gone there, but I'm there now.
You're the first one that hasn't then.
Oh my gosh, I'm an innocent angel. I did not go there first.
She's thinking, so we're giving her time to think. The one object in the whole world you would never want to see haunted.
I was thinking like a real object, like here, Shea, take this home. Oh, never mind.
That is a real object. Anyway, sorry.
And then you can take it home with you. I'd let you.
Sorry, Kay.
I think the first thing that really comes to my mind is my coffee pot, just because that'd be super annoying. Floating up in the air. I'm only like 5 foot, so if it gets anywhere up there, I'm not jumping for it.
I think that's the second time that's been said, and I think we're now at. Darren, help quick! He'll hear it in 20 seconds. 2 or 3 bathroom toilets, 2 coffee pots, and there's something else. Quick, Darren, type quick. So yeah, everybody's like right on the same page with that.
That would just be terrible. You wake up in the morning and you can't get your coffee because it's up on the ceiling or something.
I'd be screwed. I would.
So would everybody else who had to be around you.
Yes, because
that's how I am.
I get everything done. 8, 9, 10 pots of coffee a day.
I don't know how your body functions.
Neither does my body. It questions it all the time.
Oh, yeah, that's right. John said his bar.
Car 1, yes.
Yeah, John doesn't want his bar haunted.
That's right. Let's see.
Wolf actually has a really good question.
Yes.
Yeah. Do you think that a spirit can be... It went away, Wolf.
Quick.
Okay, do you think that a spirit can be willed into a person without their permission, I think is what it said.
That'd be a possession.
Yeah, I don't think... I mean, you would have to have pretty good control over a spirit to really will it into somebody.
Somebody else willing it into somebody? Sorry.
I think that's what was asked. I mean, there's so many things that we don't know about the paranormal. So, I mean, I'm not going to say no, absolutely not. It's not possible. But I don't think it's likely. Because even if, like, you try to invoke a spirit, that's you doing it. So I don't know that you can really,
I agree. If we're talking about us pushing it on somebody else, I agree with you. I
do think though, and I guess I'm going to take this from the other side of it, because I think honestly, a lot of people are going to look at that and think from a negative aspect, can a spirit be pushed into a person? But what about from a positive side? Because I know there's times that somebody will be going through something, and I'm not saying pushing them into a person, but having a spirit's energy affect a person, because if a friend of mine's going through something super hard, I'll ask my spirit guide, go help them. Leave me for a minute and go give them your energy. Help them, and connect to them for a minute.
The same as, I don't think a spirit guide is the same as a spirit of ghost. Or...
Well, so how is that and I'm just devil's advocating this here. So if my best friend Barb is having a bad day, why would I not reach out to her mom and say, hey, Lorraine, Barb's having a bad day. Can you go take care of her,
Because, first of all, the question disappeared, so we can't read it word for word, but there's a big difference between spirit
helping and taking over.
Helping you, taking over or even attachment. There's a big difference between attachment and possession. And he's talking about helping, so.
Yeah, I think one way is just more like energy healing, kind of going along the lines of, because that's what ultimately what spirit is energy. Yeah. And so I can see where you're coming from, though. And yeah, if he meant just sending a spirit to somebody, yes, you can do that. But
pushing it into somebody, I think that takes the person's permission.
I think so. Well, most of the time, or
except for possessions, which are
it takes spirit. It takes spirit's permission too. You know, you can't just command them. It's not a circus. You can't just.
Yeah.
And actually, Shea, a great example of that is the type of channeling that I do where Mama Pat is actually conducting it. They speak directly through me. It's like I step out of the way and they.
Yeah, but you're given permission.
But that's exactly what I was going to say is they do not do it until I give permission. And the very first time that we did that, that's where the struggle came in is because I'm a control freak. And I was trying to maintain control, and finally my spirit guide just told me, she's like, Kelly, I've got you, let go. And I said, okay, and I was gone. I don't remember a thing after that, you know, but I have to give that permission now. I have to basically say, this is okay, and as soon as I give that permission, I'm gone. They're there talking.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So now that's a positive spirit, obviously, but
yeah, but I think
anytime
it's the same as negative. Well, I think a negative spirit without permission takes time. They have to first be attached to you and then break you down to fully possess you. They're two different things in my opinion.
Yeah.
Sorry, my dog has a fever. Don't mind me. They can't see me on the screen, but...
Poor baby.
Yeah.
Baby.
Kay, where can people find you? You want to throw some of your social media out there? Because you have a ton of it.
I do. Hold on just a second so I can make sure I get them all the correct information.
That's right. Let's see. Kelly, while she's looking, you want to throw some shout-outs?
Sure. All right.
I think we got some of them, but just in case.
Yep. No, and I've been I was proactive, and I was writing them down this time. I probably still miss people, but that's okay.
Me, didn't you?
I did miss you.
Yes.
I did. So, shout-outs to Kim and Darren and Mama Pat, Matt, Miss Shea, the beautiful, lovely lady, Joshua, Freddie, Peggy, Rebecca, Darren, of course. I think I said that, but I'm going to say Darren again because he's awesome. Wolf. I did not get him wrote down, but the wonderful Wolf was in there. We appreciate seeing him all the time.
Wonderful Wolf. We're going to have to start saying that more often.
Wonderful Wolf.
The wonderful Wolf. There we go.
Yeah, the wonderful Wolf of Wolf. Okay. But yeah, thank you guys. Appreciate you guys being in chat. And for anybody who's listened to this after the fact, we appreciate you too.
I do too.
I missed you guys. Oh my gosh, I missed you guys. It was crazy.
It's been a crazy, crazy week. I mean,
Shea, don't tell anybody. I don't tell anybody, but I have a couple weekends off coming up in a little over a month. Shh.
Yeah, you'll find a way to freaking film them.
Oh, well, I probably will, but don't tell anybody.
Yeah, I know you.
Yeah.
Did you find them, Kay?
I did find them.
All right.
You're just going to interrupt us.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so the first three of them are on Facebook. The first one is Kaycee Colburn, Psychic Medium Reiki Master. That's Facebook. And then Supernatural Psychic Investigators and Cauldron Talk with Kaycee Colburn.
Yes.
And then you can find Cauldron Talk on Twitter at Talk Kaycee.
And what's your Instagram? That's the one I always... It's K something.
That's actually one I don't have on here. But
I forget that one too. I knew all the other ones, but that one, to be honest.
That just means you guys are going to have to come back for her other shows so you can hear all her information.
Oh, I can't wait. Yes. I really can't wait for
this. See how I plugged that one? Boop.
Yes.
I do have an Instagram for the Supernatural Psychic Investigators. So that's supernatural.p.i.16.
Oh, I'll have to remember that one. So
yeah, that sounds easy.
So when I tag Kate something, that's not you?
That is me.
Oh, okay.
Oh my God, Matt, I love that.
I'm just reading from my old business cards is all. So
yeah.
I don't know if this is the first time he said that, but I love that. PBR Family of Twisted Souls. I love it. We need T-shirts.
We're working on T-shirts. You want the Twisted Souls on there?
I want the Twisted Souls on it. The PBR Family of Twisted Souls.
Yeah.
You win the cake tonight, Matt. That's awesome.
Poor Kay. Not only did you get me in kind of this mood, but Kelly and I have been on air together in a very long time. She's been on the road, so.
Yes.
But I loved having you on, and I hope you come back because you fit right in, actually. You were. And kept us on track for once.
Right, and that is a chore and a half.
It is. So next week, Friday, October 25th, it is just Kelly and I. Going to be kind of a Q&A.
Shooting the shit, people.
That's, Q&A is how I put it.
She never wants to put that down as a title. I keep telling her we need to have just a shooting the shit show, and she goes all like PC on me and stuff.
Well, what was that episode we did? Booze,
boobs, and state lines.
Yeah, but what's the word? No, I changed it.
You changed it to booze, like BOOS. Yeah.
You wanted boobs.
Because you're boring. I wanted boobs.
I am boring, unless you get me in person.
There was nothing boring. There was nothing boring about you.
Let me pretend. For once, I'm going to go to the next month, only because the November schedule's so off. I usually don't do this, so forgive me, guys. There is no show November 1st. November 8th might be Kelly and I. I'm not sure yet because I'm waiting on something to get back. November 15th, we have Twisted Paranormal Society. It will be Tanya, Lyle, and Brandon. And then on November 22nd, it will be Dan Class. And then November 29th, no show again. I know. I've never canceled this many shows.
It's because her co-host sucks.
No, actually,
can't ever
these are
be
me.
There.
No, these are me. These are my fault. So, life happens.
Yep.
So, any last words, Kay? You're such a good sport.
Well, I'm so happy to be here, and this has all been incredible. I mean, it's only been a total of 18 days, and I'm already on somebody else's show talking about my show, and it's just so surreal.
Yeah.
So thank you.
It's gonna be a good ride. That I can make sure.
We gotcha.
We gotcha. Yes.
Creepy Uncle Dan.
Creepy Uncle Dan.
Sorry, my kids have taken to calling Dan Creepy Uncle Dan, and it's so very fitting for him.
You guys have Dan Class in common. Dan Class.
We do.
He's the one who recommended her. So
Dan is an amazing person. I like him.
He really is.
My best friends.
Yeah, he's pretty cool. I love working with him and doing things for that house too. And
oh yeah, Dan the man.
Dan the man. Dan the effing man, as I say. But I was actually on somewhat good behavior for tonight. Just for you, Kay. I was kind of good. Poor girl's never heard the show, and this is the first one she's on the network.
I'm so very sorry.
Yeah, don't judge this show by... don't judge the network by this show.
Or do.
No, you guys have been great. It's been really...
I really enjoyed having you, and I hope you come back. I really mean that.
Well, she has to. She's hosting a show.
I meant on this show. Once they get their own show, there's nothing saying they have to come back. Like, we don't make them sign a contract saying, you got to deal with Shea, other than the banners and scheduling the shows, that type of stuff, but you don't actually
Other than like every day.
in person. Yeah, no.
Yeah, and you've done such a wonderful job with the banners too. So thank you. I really like those.
Thank you.
She is awesome.
Oh, don't make me blush.
It's my job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So, join us now. You think this show is crazy? We were we were downplaying it for Kay's benefit.
We have nobody to rein us in next week. You guys are in trouble.
No, this
we
is
should
me
drink.
reined in when Kelly. Oh,
yeah.
Really? You want to drink next
Hell
week?
yeah.
All right. Well,
like I need an excuse. Come on. We really could have a booze.
Matt didn't put anything in chat saying no real quick. So, all right, next week.
Done. Sold.
Yep, sold.
We'll just use the delay against him.
Yep.
It has been decided before it's aired, and he has a chance to object.
My chat stopped. What?
What?
Yes.
How ironic is that? He can't tell us no.
Yep. Right. He'll just
Matt loves us. He'll let us.
He won't say no, but he's like, I want no part of that. He lived with me with over 10 years, so he knows me sober, drunk. Yeah.
He loves us. He'd come listen.
Yeah, probably would. But hiding in the background. All right,
guys.
Come join us next week. We've went way over an hour. Well, not way over. Hour and 11 minutes. But thank you for joining us. If you're listening live, if you're not in chat, we appreciate it. If you're listening to the pre-recorded shows on the...
That sounded like if you're not in chat, we really appreciate that.
No. Like, you guys,
thank you for not being in chat.
We are actually outsourced to like somewhere between 15 and 20 places. So I start thinking about all the places.
We appreciate you, even if you're listening later and weren't in chat. That's what she meant.
Yes, that is what I meant. I'm laughing at Matt because do you see what he put in? It wouldn't stop you anywho.
Oh, we'd at least consider, but no, probably wouldn't.
But that's why Matt got involved with me. That's why Matt is my hero, because that's why
alcohol?
No. Well, yeah. Yeah. But no, Matt, that's how Matt and I became partners, because I had a couple people want to sponsor my show, but they said that I had to be censored. I couldn't swear. I couldn't talk about certain things. And I'm like, Matt, I'll be so depressed. And he's like, let's do this. He's like, come on. So, and here we are, 11, 12, whatever, 10, 11 shows later. You know, it's just been over a year, so. But, yep, that's,
Anyways.
All right, guys, I'm really hanging up this time.
Love you guys.
You two hold on the line, though. Everybody else, good night. See you next week. Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Hey, it's Ryan Seacrest. Life comes at you fast, which is why it's important to find some time to relax. A little you time. Enter Chumba Casino. With no download required, you can jump on anytime, anywhere for the chance to redeem some serious prizes. So treat yourself with Chumba Casino and play over 100 online casino-style games, all for free. Go to ChumbaCasino.com to collect your free welcome bonus. Sponsored by Chumba Casino.